Welcome to slide number 6. In this slide, I'm going to give you how you can encourage children to write. There are 6 pointers or maybe 7 pointers that I'm going to give you how you should encourage, and this would be more applicable for teachers who are teaching children of middle school or senior school. First is to provide a comfortable writing environment. When I say comfortable, of course the seating, the light, the comfort in the classroom is definitely there, but more than the physical comfort, I'm here talking about the mental comfort. Generally, when we ask children to write, the teacher is supposed to be quiet. But in many classes, as a principal, I have noticed this. I was a principal of a school, of an international school, for almost 10 years, and I used to notice that the children are asked to write, but the teachers continuously giving the children some reminders or repeating her instruction again and again, or trying to give out some points to the children. Now, what's happening when the kids are writing? When you have this continuous noise of the teacher, I use the word noise of the teacher, the children are not able to focus in what they are writing. They are distracted. Not every child can write in the noise. So the most important point when I say here comfort is the teacher's silence. Ensuring the silence in the classroom. That helps a child to write with focus. Number 2, offer interesting and relevant writing topics. Do not give children writing prompts just because the CBSE board or the ICC board or the IGCSE board is asking for it. Give it because you want the child to write something. In my classrooms, I used to tell the teacher, if you have given one topic to all the children and if you feel 6 of them are not able to write that topic, give them something which is more relevant to their life. Ask them to write something which they are sure of, which they know of, for which they have the vocabulary. This way, the child makes the attempt to write. And evaluate that child based on that topic. As it is, we are not producing pieces from the industry. We are producing human beings in schools, unique human beings. So they can all be different. Number 3, allow for creativity. Encourage creativity. Allow the child to write poetry or stories or journals or letters, whatever they want to write. So keep a day when you call it write whatever. At least there will be an attempt to write. Celebrate their writing. So this was something which I used to practice a lot in my school when I was a principal. I used to tell the teachers to get me the writings of children who have improved marginally, not who are toppers of the class or who are writing excellent. No, I always identify children who could write, say, from out of 10, if they would get 2 marks and they have moved to 3 or 4 marks, I would bring in that piece and read out that piece in the assembly with a little bit of polish here and there. Imagine the joy of the child that he could get when he was appreciated in public. So celebrate writing and good pieces of writing to be displayed on the bulletin board. And also for the parents, this is a note. You should always display the writing of your child on the cupboard or on the refrigerator somewhere, that more members in the family can see how the child is improving in writing. Number 5, use technology. So this was something which I did for children who never wanted to write. So what did we do? We knew the child had thoughts because he would give answers orally, but would not write. So I would say, all right, come on the computer and write. So I would tell the computer teacher, give the teacher a list of questions and ask her to ask these questions. The child would type. Anyway, in the typing class, the computer teacher was giving something for the child to see and type. Here, the child had to think and type. Think and type the answer. So I got the idea that the child knew the vocabulary, he could frame sentences, he could think of the answer or the essay or whatever, and at the end of it, he produced something. He would come to me with a printout showing me, look ma'am, I wrote this. It may not be handwriting, but it's an idea which has come to me in a printed form. And if I really wanted the child to copy that in a handwriting, then I would ask him, can you write this in your own handwriting and give it to me? Which means I could make the child do both. So if you're a parent, you can do this. If you're a teacher also, you can try this with your child if you have small classrooms. And of course, in a special educator class in a remedial center, this is definitely possible. So provide positive feedback to everything that the child writes. Instead of finding out what is bad in the book, in the writing, find out what the child has done better than the previous session. Model good writing. So it's not about handwriting. Model good writing articles. So if you want the children to write, especially if you're an English teacher, you need to write an article every week and put it in the bulletin board. A new article, and tell them, look, I have written this recently and I want all of you to read it. So children are getting more opportunity to read something new. If you are not an English teacher and a science teacher, you can ask your English teacher to write an article every week and display it in your classrooms too. This way, you could encourage children to do good writing. And if you're a science teacher and you love writing something about the science, why not write something and display in the bulletin board? Thank you so much for listening to this. And let me tell you, whatever I'm sharing is something that I have practiced myself as a teacher, as a principal, as a director of schools, or in my center, depending on the size of the classroom. Hence, all these strategies are highly applicable. Wish you all the best and see you in the next slide, slide number 7. Thank you. Bye-bye.